Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
But do the lanes know that Weiwei's already there?
Yeah, because Weiwei was patting this way, and they want to try and contest with both Scarlet Crabs. Weiwei could throw down that swirl seed, lands it onto Ruler, actually, but now over comes Kanavi. The stun comes on through, allows the Javelin toss to land onto Weiwei. He goes down for first blood.
And JDG use the pushing lanes and leverage off it first. Another Zenith Blade comes through. Is there another stun beyond this? Missing, trying to hop back and forth. Another spear lands, but LNG, they lose out on the bot side of the map first. Weiwei gets into River, but they can't stick the landing. Kanavi with 3 spears in a row now landed, forcing Gala and Hung off of this tower, and potentially with another spear land could get himself assassination. Doesn't land that one.
Scout will dodge out some of the piercing light there, I think. He says some of it, you can't dodge it!
Oh!
For the flash! I was musing on phrasing, and Scout just breaks Yugao's ankles!
Scout takes down Yagao, going into the bot side again, gonna disengage at least from LNG, but we will need a close-up of that player. Scout fires out the Q knockup, flashes to the side. I don't know whether he was flashing away from damage. It looked flashy. Not entirely sure if it was worth it, but hey.
An important kill because the game is looking a little bit ugly. Weiwei's back down towards this bot lane as he's Hex Flash forwards. Weiwei's there. I'm not sure you want this one missing. He is about to be missing his HP bar, you imagine.
Yeah, missing. Had to grab a good route. That might save his life. I think that has done. By the way, extra. Oh, missing.
Missing.
What are you doing?
Missing. There's no Nidalee here. She's on the grubs, so that's another route. Hang on. Good turnaround. There's some battle dancing required. Ruler flashing on forwards. Gets one. Looking for more root pulls. Just about dodging away, but can't get any further. The grand entrance comes on through, but Ruler gets away with 2 kills.
That was the plan. Just to let Ruler do his thing. Walks away now with 2 kills from that bot side.
Kruglings, as we have now learned, could end up being a little bit dicey to manage. Weiwei is here. Should be a 3v2 dive. Look for a little bit more. Missy coming on over. The slicing maelstrom comes on down. Shoots Chunk into the tower. They go, and that is a clean old dive.
And suddenly, Nidalee's early game really coming to. Why would you ever ignite a brand either?
Evelyn probably shouldn't be allowed to buy Void Staff in a PG game.
True. Zucker might be finding himself in a bit of an R-rated
It's a horror story. Actually, it's a teleport behind though. Ruler now in a difficult position, can't find a good feather angle until he flashes for it. Fate Sealed knocked away by Zucker's ultimate. It's absolutely glorious. They can look for a bit more. The knockup comes on through, but everybody's dead. Weiwei kills off the Leona, but JDG, that was hint of last year's glories.
Ruler breaks not just one set of ankles, but the cleanse out of that, flashes in for the huge feather pullback, and then Scout, because the rest of the team is now there because it's been delayed, can't finish off the kill either. Ruler has just done an unspeakable amount of damage there.
Scout buys a bit of time, but immediately has to pop back into Kanavi's spear. He times it so well. Now missing, looking on forward. It's a 2v3, so have to back away. The Herald was started there briefly. Scout, such a good start on the show with the style point flash to get that.
Hasn't necessarily been one which he's picked up as well compared to the Tristana and the Corki though. So for me, there is still something to be said about okay, while the Lucian is not the best pick for him right now, can he prove us wrong in that way, in the same way that he did with that Tristana and that Corki? LNG, they are giving that gold over to Scout in the sideline. This is exactly what they do. Scout is ahead in the individual matchup. Can they do more with that?
Ruler is going to be on vision. Gala will see it and take the opportunity to hop on forward to Yagao.
6 for a knockdown in the game. We'll have to pull out the Fear is the Mind Killer line. You wait for it. You heard it here first. If you ever hear us say that in the future, it came from him. Right now, this R&D.
I believe that was Fatboy Slim, actually, as that was a good look on in. But Ruler with a very good flash forward to avoid the Fate Seal. Now the turnaround can come on through as the exhaust is down. The teleport's coming. But there's going to be another member there. Zucker can go looking for Ruler, who's still got a cleanse. Stunned in place. Misses the Feather Pull. Will surely fall. But the Zenith Blade afterwards means that Zucker dies in trade. A 2-for-1. But hang on, the rest of LNG were on the roam on down. Won't look for anything more. Dragon's alive, and Ruler played that one sublimely.
Yeah, he played it super aggressive. Does lose the cleanse on the flash, though. Scout tried to punish him while his ultimate was down, and probably could have one-shot if he ends up hitting that one, but isn't able to hit the mark. Zucker ends up blowing his teleport flash and ult, though. So in terms of big ultimates...
Might have made it a bit tricky. You've all seen Yones from low HP still survive through some pretty scary moments, so could have been tricky if you get to Q through both of them, and especially with the cooldowns off, but either way... Exhaust was used. Gala uses the ult to clear away the wave. Lilting Lullaby
No
is not going to be allowed to get away from Ruler. Is dead now as Sheer in the jungle, being run down by Zucker and Scout, the two solo laners, trading on out. The fate is indeed sealed as LNG again punished Ruler in a mid lane.
One of the worries we had about this draft from JDG, go back and watch us at the end of there, saying, hey, you know, with the kind of last pick, that's a lot of things which can force summoners out of Zion. And the problem is Ruler doesn't have them to this fight. Ruler has typically been excellent at holding onto his flash. Very important. Let's see if they can do it again while Ruler still doesn't have his flash. Cleanse coming back up. They'll want to force that again.
I really want to credit Gala as well for, despite being down a couple kills.
LNG have not beaten JDG in a series since 2021. It has been
days.
many years. Scout trying to change that.
Finds a massive angle onto Kanavi. Will surely die to the soul and bound. Another Q onto Ruler. Causes some damage, but Gala dies the back end of it. Into the backhand goes Zucker. Trying to get onto Yagao and Ruler, who flash and cleanse away respectively. They lose the cannon, and they just can't get the damage on the AD Curry's done. Weiwei goes golden briefly, but is hung alone. The health bars are so low. Another fantastic knockup. They kill off the Leona, a flash away from Weiwei, and Ruler Yagao was so desperately low.
Weiwei's keeping his Q move speed up as well. Hung, if he gets himself another round of cooldowns, could be really a big threat here. And it does mean that LNG, with their jungler alive and Weiwei healing through, still get the dragon, but by God, LNG nearly threw that away. Ruler has his summoners as an ult up again. When Ruler has all resources available on the Xayah, he will make you pay for it. Uses the cleanse flash and the ult, but sadly for JDG, they can't get the big team fight win while using them. This is the best it looks when Ruler has all of his summoners available. He's not going to have that for the next fight. LNG walk away with a dragon, denies that soul point, and they do end up just about surviving.
It's a very good flash to get out of the cannon ult from the side of Ruler, and on the other side, Yagao having the QSS meant he could cleanse and then get on out with that relentless pursuit, but Baron was going down all the while, and JDG claimed that on the resets.
JDG get themselves a huge advantage there now, because LNG, they didn't quite get themselves the control over the top side because they were focusing on the bot side. Now, can JDG use these Barons in the same way that LNG did against them in that last game? LNG really well played from them in that game one, and in the sense that they managed to control their waves around the Baron page. That's how we get things without the game audio, so we can do it as a bit more of an official broadcast for you. It does occasionally have some issues. Largely been pretty good this year, but we have some fallbacks in place. It's back now, though, and you don't have to worry.
Third item complete for Gala. The Infinity Edges here might be the requirement to find the angle on it, and when looking for an engage, gets something missing here at this point. Is not all that tanky to the Yone. Good dodge on the spear. Missing stays alive. Sheer pulling away, he's in the mid lane, looking for potential teleport angles. Zucker coming behind. JDG need to be quick as Yagao is forced to cleanse and E away from the...
Onto this, and it means that JDG get themselves on to soul point. While this is happening, one of the strengths of LNG has been about their side lanes. How do you play around your side lanes when one of them is 2,000 gold behind and 2 levels down? Very, very hard. Even LNG, who are one of the best, then you can take a second fight afterwards when they don't have those tools.
Yeah, and now with the Infinity Edge in inventory as well, this Xayah, what is losing gracefully, is a much narrower option than it was a moment or two ago's Hung. Gets hit by the culling, will throw the quickness down onto Kanavi, and will back away for now. He's being burned down. Zucker now in danger, tries to turn around and disappears.
That's the problem when there's a 3-item Nidalee waiting for you. That Cougar sinks the claws in, and LNG, they lose themselves on the side lane again. Zucker, 2,500 gold down. He
ends up giving an opportunity for Weiwei to get in, who has the flash, has the Zhonya's, definitely tools for to get in here. There's a lot of wards in the jungle. The LNG still willing to look and face straight down to 3,000 HP. They don't even need the jungler. They just take it regardless.
It's completely gone, and Weiwei, if he went anywhere close to that, he would have got jumped on and he would have died. Hung doesn't have the ult. Zucker didn't have the teleport or the ult himself too. So LNG, they have been brought apart in the big skirmishes, the big team fights. Kanavi on the...
Ruler at this point with so much support behind him is under very little threat here. Gala throwing out as much burst fire as they can, but the inhibitor turret is broken. Zucker chunked out just by walking around, apparently. Inhibitor bare, but not taken as yet. Scout unbinds his soul. It won't go any further forwards.
Yeah, I was wondering to see if JDG had overpushed. There are some wards quite deep. LNG don't have an instant, like, teleport flank angle, but they have a couple. That's why they're going now. Zucker has ult, has flash, has teleport. He's going. Scout will try and go from the front, as will Hung. It will be a pincer engage. Here comes Gala's ult.
Just the cleanse on down, missing, taken low. Yagao in a dangerous position, trying to find an angle on him. Will get absolutely absolutely eviscerated. They take one, but what about the remaining fly? Oh my days! The javelin tossed us half of Weiwei's life. Now they get a root onto Hung and Gala, who are a little bit low, but they stay alive. Inhibitor taken all the while, and Sheer could walk up and claim the other.
Hang on, was that a javelin toss or was that a crit from Ruler? Either is kind of terrifying. That's going to be another engage in.
Ooh, they get a bit of a chunk. Can't quite get the kills, though. Ruler still very high HP, missing low as the old truck laser chunks him out. Zucker looking to come pinning on in. Again, misses the Mega Nard as Sheer. About to time on out, missing. Gets his shield on up. Sheer still just about alive. Mini-Nar coming on forwards. Gets a high block and a Starak shield. Kanavi off to the flank. Ruler stepping on. The cannon minion! Nice to get some more. Zucker flashes out to safety. LNG just cannot get a clean flank.
And the terrifying thing about that, Ruler has everything still available.
Oh,
LNG were not even worthy of his flash. They weren't even worthy of his cleanse, nor his ultimate. Ruler on his Xayah skin, taking LNG to task.
They get onto Sheer, who is still pretty low, but gets a Mega Nard off. They just don't have the burst anymore. There's the Mega Nard away, and Ruler will finally unleash his royal arsenal. Gets a couple kills, will finally fall. But it doesn't matter, the damage is done and the game is still over. We're going to 3.
Going to 3, LNG will not have easy pickings versus JDG. Jingdong Gaming will take this series to 3. LNG taking apart in this one. They couldn't play towards the side lane.
These were the best highlights from today's LPL matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say.
Okay.
See you on the next one.